It's not exactly a secret that Disney has been struggling in a major way at the 2023 box office. While things like Mario and things like Barbie have hit over $1 billion, Disney's looking at their slate, and it just seems like they have flop after flop after flop. People are talking about Elemental having a great box office run after its horrific opening, but unfortunately, it's still a movie that's probably going to come up $100 million short of actually breaking even. And the one quote-unquote win they've had was Guardians of the Galaxy 3, that when you actually break it down where the box office money is coming from, they have just barely broken even because of their massive budget. And it looks like their most recent release, Haunted Mansion, is another huge flop. We talked about it after those first couple weeks when it did not look good for this movie, a terrible opening and a horrific drop. But the international numbers have not picked up like Disney thought they would. And this is a verified disaster. Take a look. Is Haunted Mansion a box office success or another Disney flop? Unquestionably at this point, Haunted Mansion, which has a budget of $150 million, marketing probably somewhere in the range of $100 million if we were to hazard a guess, but we don't have those official numbers yet. This thing is doing effectively nothing, not just domestically, where it's sitting at $58 million, but also internationally, where it's at a pathetic $26 million worldwide. Look at these numbers. Haunted Mansion is a straight up horror show overseas for Disney. Playing in 45 territories over 3 weeks, the $150 million plus haunt has collected just $26.4 million. Ghoulishly bad. This has no chance of even coming close to breaking even. And domestic box office is pretty sad as well. $24 million opening, fell off 62%, then 37%, then a 50% drop. It's sitting at $3 million domestically in its fourth weekend. This thing is dead, and it's not going anywhere. Now, there's still a couple more openings to go internationally. Italy, Australia, Japan, decent size markets, but it's not like it's going to do anything big. This is another disaster for them. How can this keep happening? How is this sustainable to lose over $100 million in the box office seemingly every time you go out there? And this is a movie that, from what we've heard from some people that have watched it, wasn't particularly like bad or offensively bad or anything, but it just feels like there's something going on with Disney, specifically with Disney. Of course, other studios have their flops as they typically do, but Disney, it seems like everything with that name attached to it, the audience inherently doesn't trust anymore. Over the last several years, with all the things they've done, getting completely political, pushing social justice, identity politics down everyone's throat, and of course, having multiple franchises of their own, whether it's Indiana Jones or Star Wars or the MCU, that people are so sick of what they've done to them that they've just decided to walk away. So now it doesn't matter if it's Marvel, if it's Indiana Jones, if it's an animated movie, if it's a live action remake or another remake of a movie they did 20 years ago in Haunted Mansion. It seems like everything is bad for Disney right now.